Hello guys, how are you doing? Yes, this is your Dr. Vantar Shiva. In this video, we are going to cover a question from magnetism and matter. The question is, a telephonic cable at a place has four long straight horizontal wires carrying a current of 1 ampere in the same direction east to west. So in all of them, the current direction is same. Okay. The Earth's magnetic field at the place is 0.39 Gauss and the angle of dip is 35 degrees at the location. Okay, the magnetic declination is almost zero. What are the resultant magnetic fields at points 4 centimeters below and above the cable? Okay, let us have a look at this question. Very interesting question, but you need to have the concept clarity for this. So let us try to understand. Let us say this is east, this is west, this is north, and this is south. Now you are having four wires along this line. Let us say all of them, in all of them the current passing through it is say 1 ampere, and there are four wires actually. Okay, 1 2 3 4 like this. Okay, now because of these wires there will be a magnetic field produced around it, isn't it? So I'm considering the magnetic field will be in this fashion, isn't it? So I'm considering two different points actually. One point above this current carrying wires 4 centimeters away, and below also I am considering it 4 centimeters. I am calling this point as P, this point as Q. Alright, now I would like to find out the magnetic field at the locations P and Q right now. The magnetic field in that location will be generally B is equal to mu naught I by, for single wire where current is I and it is a long wire, let us say, I mean infinitely long, then it will be mu naught I by 2 pi r is the magnetic field. Okay, now you are having four such wires, that's why you'll have four such magnetic fields in these locations. Understand? So therefore 4 into what is the magnetic field, I mean mu naught value here. Mu naught value is nothing but 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. What is the current here? 1 ampere, isn't it? Yes. So by 2 pi into what is the distance where you are finding the magnetic field, that is 4 centimeters. 4 into 10 power minus 2. So I am converting everything into SI units. Alright, that's why 10 power minus 2 here. Next, this 4 gets cancelled. 2 pi 1s, 2 pi 2s. So 2 into 10 power minus 7 plus 2 will be minus 5 Tesla. Alright, yes, let us keep it aside. Now this is the magnetic field at this location and this location. So basically, since current is actually flowing from east to west, then the magnetic field will be into here. If you take your right hand thumb rule, then you'll understand the magnetic field will be into in this location and out at the location of Q. Alright, now he is saying that the magnetic field at this location is 0.39 Gauss. Okay, so now it will be almost same within this region. Alright, so let's consider the magnetic field at this location is into. Okay, I mean in the everywhere it's let us say into. Okay, horizontal is into and vertical is downwards. Alright, so basically horizontal and vertical will be perpendicular to each other. That's what you have to understand. Clear? Next, so the magnetic field is at this location is 0.39 Gauss. Very good. Now can I write it as 0.39 into, I am trying to convert everything into SI units, that is 10 power minus 4 Tesla. So that will come out to be 3.9 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. That is for my convenience. Alright, now if I consider the angle of dip and angle of declination here. So angle of dip, another name for it is angle of inclination. We can call it as I, that is equal to 35 degrees. And angle of dip declination is 0 here. Clear? Now we can find out horizontal B has been given. So from this we can find out horizontal magnetic field, which is into as I have assumed here, and BV is actually downwards in this location and this location also. Okay, what is BH here? B cos I. All right, what is the magnetic field here? That is nothing but 0. Let me take this number, that is 3.9 into 10 power minus 5 into cos I is what, amma? Cos I, cos 35. So if you find this out, cos 35 value will be 3.9 into 10 power minus 5. Cos 35 will be 0.8192. Okay, so this value, if you multiply this 3.9 and 0.8192, you will get the magnetic field as 3.19 into 10 power minus 5. Alright, this is the magnetic field, horizontal magnetic field. And what about vertical magnetic field? That will be B sin I. I hope you know it, isn't it? So generally, if suppose there is magnetic field B, and then the horizontal magnetic field is say BH, and vertical magnetic field is say BV. So this will be the actual the magnetic field in that location, let us say. Okay, B. And if I take angle of inclination or angle of dip is nothing but I here. So if you take the BH will be is equal to B cos I, BV is equal to B sin I. That's how you get it. Okay. So B sin I. What is B here? B is nothing but 3.9 into 10 power minus 5 again, and sin 35 will be 3.9 into 10 power minus 5. Sin 35 will be 0.5736. Okay, so now if you just multiply these two things, you'll get 2.23 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. All right, so these are the magnetic field, horizontal and vertical magnetic fields. Now if I consider at point P, what will be the magnetic field? So what did I consider? So here if you see, the horizontal magnetic field of Earth is into, and because of these wires the magnetic field is also into, so both of them are in the same direction. So I can say that the magnetic field at point P, horizontal magnetic field at P is nothing but B horizontal earth magnetic field plus magnetic field due to this. Okay, so that will be is equal to BH plus B is what, ma? So BH is nothing but this much, 3.19 into 10 power minus 5 plus what is the magnetic field because of this 4 wires? 2 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. Okay, if you just add them up, you'll get 5.19 into 10 power minus 5. It is not the final answer. The answer you have to find out. So here at the point P, you have got the horizontal magnetic field, but there is a vertical magnetic field also. He is asking the resultant magnetic fields. So then you have to find out, you just have to find the resultant now. Resultant is nothing but BH square, BH at point P whole square plus BV whole square. So what is BHP whole square? That is nothing but if you just take this guy, 5.19 into 10 power minus 5 whole square plus both of them are actually perpendicular to each other. So the other term, like a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, that cos 90 will be coming. Cos 90 will be 0 here anyway. Okay, that's why I'm not considering that. BV square is what, amma? That is 2.23 into 10 power minus 5 whole square. If you just square them up and add them, and if you find out the square root of it, you'll get the value of R. Resultant at the point P, resultant magnetic field at point P will be 5.63 into 10 power minus 5. This is what you get. And if you convert this into Gauss, at the end of the day, since the given magnetic field is 0.39 Gauss, you can say that it will be 0.56 Gauss nearly. So this is the magnetic field at point P. What about the magnetic field, resultant magnetic field at Q? Let us find that out in the next slide, because space is not there here. Okay, so just please remember this. Here at point Q, the horizontal magnetic field because of Earth is actually into, and because of this wires, the magnetic field will be outwards right now. Okay, so you have to take one minus another one. Okay, so the horizontal magnetic field at point Q will be, I am considering at Q. All right, so at Q, the horizontal magnetic field will be BH minus B, and that is nothing but what is BH here? So that is 3.19 into 10 power minus 5. That's what you have got. And B, the magnetic field due to the wires is 2 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So that will be 1.19 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. All right. Now the resultant magnetic field at Q will be is nothing but so this BHQ whole square plus BV whole square, and the other term will be 0 anyway, so like 2 BHQ BV cos 90, so that's why it will be 0. Next, BHQ whole square, just take this 1.19 into 10 power minus 5 whole square plus BV whole square. What is BV whole square? That is 2.2 into 10 power minus 5 whole square. So if you just square it up and square both of them, add them up, and then if you find out the square root of this value, you will get the value as 2.5 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So let us convert this into Gauss. It will be 0.25 Gauss. So this one is the resultant magnetic field at Q, and the resultant magnetic field at P will be 0.56 Gauss. Okay, if you like the video, just share it to your friends and give a comment if you are having any issues on this. Thank you very much.